Our other big story tonight, a Suns standout joining a rival team. You better believe it. Steve Nash is joining the Los Angeles Lakers.
The Lakers acquiring Dwight Howard in that 14-12-player trade that sends Andrew Bynum to the 76ers, Andre Iguodala to the Nuggets. The Magic receive a group of players and a protected first-round picks as well in this mega deal. Skip, 18-13 career as Superman. Does he make the Lakers the best team in the West?
No. I think LA made a big gamble here that ultimately will not pay off.
Wow, was Skip Bayless actually right? Let's dive in. We all remember the hype. The 2012-13 Lakers, a Frankenstein's monster of supposed superstars, stitched together with the promise of instant glory. But let's be real, from the jump, this team was a disaster waiting to happen. A beautiful, high-profile disaster, but a disaster nonetheless. Forget the super team label. This was a collection of egos, a clash of styles, and a recipe for absolute chaos. We're not just dissecting a failed season, we're witnessing the unraveling of a basketball fantasy. And trust me, it's a wild ride. The narrative was simple. Dwight Howard, the dominant force, joins forces with Kobe Bryant, the relentless legend, and Steve Nash, the maestro. Championship guaranteed. But that narrative ignored the glaring cracks. Nash, already aging, fractured his leg in Game 2. Game 2, a sign of things to come if there ever was one. This wasn't bad luck, it was a premonition. Then there's Dwight. Let's be blunt. He was a shadow of his former self. Back surgery, a lack of chemistry with Kobe, and a complete inability to adapt to the triangle offense. His free throw shooting was an insult to the game. He was supposed to be the anchor, the defensive rock. Instead, he was a liability, a walking, talking missed opportunity. And don't even get me started on his discomfort in the triangle offense. That was pure stubbornness. He refused to learn. And speaking of the triangle, Mike Brown's firing after 5 games, a panic move. Then D'Antoni, a desperate gamble. It was like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. This roster was built for a methodical, deliberate system, not D'Antoni's frantic pace. The coaching was a circus, a complete and utter mess. Now Kobe. He was a force of nature, yes, but his determination bordered on self-destruction. He carried the team, sure, but at what cost? His usage rate was insane, his playing time astronomical. He was playing with a level of intensity that was unsustainable, even for him. "I'm not here to make friends," he famously said. And that's precisely where he went wrong. Basketball is a team sport, not a one-man show. His relentless drive alienated teammates, especially Dwight. He was pushing himself past his limits, and it culminated in that devastating Achilles injury. A tragic end to a tragic season.
Tonight, he is literally on his last leg right now. Alternately, it has seemed to be his knee, his foot, his ankle, and now his Achilles.
Yeah, this time, I don't think he's going to be able to do what he did the last 2 times where he ran it off and was able to play with the pain.
Yeah,
I mean, he's not even really
going to shoot the free throws. He could barely make it to the free throw line. Bryant tonight with 32 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and he is hurting. But the Lakers down by 2, and they want him and need him at the free throw line. Got it.
That Achilles tear? Symbolic. It wasn't just Kobe's season ending. It was the symbolic end of this delusional super team project. They limped into the playoffs, were swept by the Spurs, and then the exodus began.
And welcome back to Game Time. It is unofficially official on Friday night. Dwight Howard plans to join the Houston Rockets.
And just judging by what I've seen the last year, the last 2 years, I didn't think he was going to stay in LA because Kobe's probably going to be done in the next year or 2. And from a psychological standpoint, I'm not sure he has the mental toughness to be a franchise player. And now James Harden's going to be able to take some of that responsibility away from him. Because if he had stayed in L.A., listen, Kobe Bryant would never be the same. He's an older guy already. He would have never been the same. And I don't think from a mental toughness makeup, Dwight could have handled being the man in L.A. It doesn't surprise me he left the Lakers after what I've seen the last couple of years.
Dwight bolted, Nash's career crumbled, and the Lakers were left with the wreckage. What a colossal failure. They had a once-in-a-lifetime roster, and blew it. Let's be honest, the what-ifs are endless, but ultimately pointless. What if Nash stayed healthy? What if Dwight embraced the system? What if Kobe didn't get injured? The reality is, none of that happened. This team was fundamentally flawed. They lacked chemistry, they lacked leadership, and they lacked a coherent vision. They were a collection of stars, not a team. This wasn't just a bad season. It was a cautionary tale. A lesson in hubris, a reminder that talent alone doesn't win championships. It's about fit, it's about chemistry, it's about sacrifice. The 2012-13 Lakers, they had none of that. They were a beautiful disaster, a spectacular failure, and a constant reminder that even the biggest stars can fall from grace. So, what do you think? Was this the biggest what-if in NBA history? Was Kobe's relentless drive a blessing or a curse? Was Dwight the biggest disappointment? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get this debate started. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow NBA fanatics. See you next video.